Next panel, Christina Lara, Stephanie Makashi, Ann Friedrich, Whitney Young, Andrea Gardner, Iliana Montelongo. Okay, I'll let you correct me when you come up. The next panel will be Elaine Cohen, Rose Hall, Isla Erdiner, Mary Eisenberg, Vilma Arcino, Adriana Cosillo. Okay. Christina Lara, go ahead.
My name's Christina Lara. I traveled here from Dallas exhaustively. It's not fun for me. I do not want to be here. I'm sure neither of you do here, but you guys thankfully get paid to be here. I want to say that I live in District 16. I don't have a representative there. I live there, and I pay my taxes there. I want to say that it's late and that it's a shame. Shame on all of us that in the 21st century we are discussing such a ridiculous matter. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for all of you. I'm embarrassed for our government and for Texans. I stand here for women for choice, for those women who cannot stand here for themselves. It's why I'm here so late and why I've been up almost over 20 hours, as you all have been. These chairs are beautiful chairs. They're really comfortable. You guys look really elegant up there. The marble floors we walk on and the granite in this building is a privilege for each of you to walk through every day. I want you to enjoy these soft chairs and know that your privilege rests on our shoulders. I too am an organizer, and I'm a voter. I'm the worst kind of voter because I will get people to vote what I think is the right way. I will get people who haven't voted to vote. I haven't done that yet in Texas, but I will do it if it's needed. So I'm asking all of you, either vote for it or against it. But I sit here with my fellow dragons, and this will be a new day. We're asking for direct democracy, not an irresponsible representative.
Thank you, Stephanie
Makashi.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Committee, for allowing me the opportunity to testify in front of all of you. My name is Stephanie Makashi, and I'm a constituent of Senator Jane Nelson. I'm representing myself today in opposition to Senate Bill 1. I felt compelled today to testify in front of the Council because as a medical student and a woman, this bill will greatly impact my surroundings. SB 1 targets a very vulnerable section of the population, women who receive late-term abortions. This group of women is not at all random, and vulnerability is exemplified by the risk factors associated with late-term abortions. In a study done by Dr. Eleanor Dray et al. At UCSF, late detection of pregnancy was found to be one of the main causative factors in late-term abortions. Characteristics associated with late detection of pregnancy are obesity, poverty, substance abuse, and youth. This already vulnerable group will now have to jump over greater cost and access barriers under a shorter time frame. It has been shown that less access to care correlates with delays in the abortion process. It is likely that SB 1 will result in a decrease in the number of abortion clinics across the state of Texas, leading to increasing time lapse in the gestational period of pregnant women. This will likely result in a larger number of unplanned births amongst this group, further exacerbating the financial and social consequences of these women. If this legislation is passed, I ask for the facilitation of a more holistic health education program that focuses on the ultimate cause of late-term abortions, so as to effectively reduce the number of abortions. I suggest for a more streamlined referral method between physicians and their patients to reduce the delays in the abortion process. Many anti-choicers have brought today the Sweden's limit on abortion of 18 weeks, but have failed to mention the context of this limit. In Sweden, contraception, women's health education, and prenatal support is more widely accessible and available. Whether or not you agree with abortion, We must realize at this time and age they are necessary for a cohesive and functioning society. Allow these women to have an equal opportunity to succeed. Allow women to choose their fate. Thank you.
Thank you. Ann Friedrich?
Hi. Thank you for letting me be here this evening. I know it's been a long day for all of us. My name is Ann Friedrich, and I'm from Houston, and I'm speaking out against SB 1. Rodney Ellis is my senator. I've never been so inspired to speak out about something as this issue. I grew up at the advent of available birth control. As with many women of my age, we carry down stories of what it was like before women had control over their own choice to have children. My grandmother was born in 1892. She was a highly educated woman for her time. She graduated from college in 1912. However, she was not even allowed to vote until she was 30 years old. Or maybe even older, I was somewhere around there. And she wanted to be able to control how many children she had. After having my uncle and my mother, she wrote Margaret Sanger asking for birth control information. The answer she got was that birth control information could not be sent in the mail. She did manage to have only 2 children, but I'll never know what she went through in order to make that happen. Her daughter, my mother, was pregnant 8 times. She requested fetal ligation after having my sister, her 4th live birth. She was 36 and had a stroke a year and a half earlier. She was told that in the state of Mississippi, that's where I was born, a woman had to have 5 live births and the permission of her husband in order to get one. Somehow she got one, but she had to do a lot of convincing. She later said to me that my father didn't like her having one because it gave him less control over her. I'm a child of the 60s. So much progress was made during my adolescent years. I had no idea that these advances could be reversed.
Ms. Friedrich,
Yes, this is what I see today, and we need to not let this happen.
Thank you. Whitney Young?
My name is Whitney Young. I'm a constituent of Kirk Watson, representing myself against SB 1. I sit before you as a woman, a daughter, a registered nurse, and most importantly, a Texan born and raised. I was not bussed in from another state. I've never lived anywhere else. I would like to elucidate several facts about abortion itself from the Guttmacher Institute. 1 in 3 American women will have had an abortion by the age of 45. And abortion is one of the safest medical procedures performed in this country, with only 0.5% of women even experiencing a complication at all. In fact, the risk of death is 10 times higher in women who undergo childbirth than those who obtain a legal safe abortion. These 37 clinics that will shut down are a cornerstone of preventative medicine, including pregnancy. I think we can all agree that we would like to see the number of abortions reduced, and these clinics do exactly that. Watching previous testimony, I've heard claims that are simply not true. I know this as a nurse. In a legitimate medical setting, no one, adult or teenage minor, would be subjected to a procedure that he or she does not wish to undergo. And in fact, I did some research, and I could find no lawsuits in the state of Texas pertaining to the coercion of a minor or an adult by abortion providers. After an abortion, some women may feel guilty, but that is no reason to deny access to others. We all must live with the difficult choices in our lives, and I don't believe anyone will say that the choice to end a pregnancy is an easy one. For whatever reason, nevertheless, it is a woman's choice to make, and this bill would effectively remove the access and hence the right for many women in Texas, South and West Texas, to decide whether to continue a pregnancy, and as such is unconstitutional. Additionally, from the Greenberg-Quinlan-Rosner poll, a bipartisan poll, 80% of Texans don't want their lawmakers to be considering abortion-related bills during the special session. And I urge you committee members to refrain from allowing this bill to pass out of committee. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. I need to tell you that I've been watching the cards one by one, and there has not been one person from out of state other than that first invited panel that we've had testify before us today. Andrea Gardner? Yes, go ahead.
Good evening. My name is Andrea Gardner. I'm from Crosby, Texas. Senator Tommy Williams is my representative. and I'm speaking in opposition to Senate Bill 1, and I've written pages of ideas that I wanted to convey to you because there's so much that I want to say that, believe me, this 2 minutes is not going to be enough time. You've heard enough statistics. Either you're going to listen or you're not going to listen. That's evident. And so rather than spend my time trying to convince you, I'm going to tell you how I feel. I have vacillated between terror and anger since these bills have come into special session. I truly believe, to the depth of my heart, that you, as our governing legislation, have no business stepping in on this. You cannot govern morality. You cannot pass bills that are going to make people believe the way that you want them to believe, whether it's a religious ideology or whatever you base your feelings on. You cannot govern that. So I'm offended, and I feel that you are not listening to us and giving us the benefit of the doubt as to our own intellect, as to whether or not we can take care of ourselves. I find it completely offensive that I'm even having to come here. This is my 6th trip up here. I'm going to tell you that I am a deputy registrar. I register voters, and I am committed to working against your gerrymandered districts that have you protected, that you feel that you can go ahead and step in on this ALEC legislation. That's another issue that is offensive to me. ALEC needs to get out of our business of exchanging this legislation.
Thank you, Ms. Gardner. And I'm going to let you tell me how to say your name.
I appreciate your graciousness. Go ahead, please announce my name loud and proud so that everyone can hear you, and then your name.
Well, I would like for, are you Iliana?
No, ma'am.
Iliana.
Who's Iliana? Okay.
Iliana.
Okay. Would you state your name for the record, please?
Iliana Montelongo Martinez.
Thank you. You may begin.
Represento muchas naciones. Thank you. Represento muchas naciones y hay muchos libros que tengo que explicar, pero no tengo mucho tiempo. Yo vengo de Waco, Texas. Soy hija de la grande Ana Martínez, nacida de otra mujer grande, Eva Martínez. Vengo de 2 familias, de 2 culturas y hablo más de 5 lenguajes. He pedido aquí desde las 8 de la mañana un intérprete para que mi comunidad me pueda escuchar y mi hijo pueda aprender, porque él ya va a tener muchos negativos contra él. Y un lenguaje o 2. ¿Cuántos hablas, hijo? ¿Cuántos hablas? Mi hijo es trilingüe. Inglés, español y seña. Mami, tengo hambre. Mami, me quiero ir. Él no me ha dicho esas cosas, porque yo tengo desde las 8 de la mañana aquí luchando y todo el mundo me dice, oh, ese lugar es para allá. Ese lugar, ve para allá, me mandan a todo el mundo menos que al infierno porque no me sacan de aquí. Pide silla de ruedas. El Perry tiene 2 casas y yo no, aquí no hay silla de ruedas, no hay intérprete para los que no hablan. Y yo necesito que me escuchen. Necesito permiso para mi trabajo porque hoy me corrieron. Este no es corrida de mi trabajo. Este es infracción por estacionarme muy lejos y estoy discapacitada de mis pies. Son muchas cosas que tengo que explicar y no tengo mucho tiempo. Necesito saber, por favor, ¿quién escogió este bill? ¿Ellos se embarazan? ¿Ellos son pobres como nosotros? ¿Ellos hacen proveer para los enfermos, para los viejitos, sin suficiente cuidado de médico, sin suficientes recursos, sin suficiente casa, hogar, o lo que es un hogar estable? ¿Ellos están pagando los impuestos propios? ¿Ellos están sujetados a urinálisis para sacar su sueldo o su casa? Ellos están gastando mi dinero y ni me pueden poner atención porque están en el teléfono.
Your time has expired.
Yo soy desenfrenchada, no soy intetilada.
Thank you very much.
I need a mentor for my child.
The next, Madam Chair, Senator Zaffini, she just simply said that she's been here since 8 o'clock, that she asked for a wheelchair, that she couldn't get it or get good directions, that she wants to know if the author of the bill is capable of getting pregnant, and if the author of the bill will pay taxes to provide the services that she needs, and that she would like more information. Would you believe I understood almost everything?
I also asked if they receive your analysis. My sisters in my hood.
The next,
Man.
thank you to this panel. The next panel will be Adriana.
I'm trying to teach my son to speak to people and look in their eyes.
Vilma Arcio,
Say what?
Mary Eisenberg,
She translates. Thank you.
Ela,
Iliana Montelongo, Iliana.montelongo@yahoo.com.
Rose Hall, Elaine Cohen,